Alright, Legends, welcome back. You crushed the like goal again. So here we are with part 13 of our story. I'm thrilled you're all hooked, and believe me, the best is still ahead. If you're hungry for part 14 today, let's smash 2,000 likes on this one. You know the deal. Your support keeps this going. Now let's jump right back in. We jump right back into the fight between our hero, Ingrid, and the sorcerer, who suddenly launches a powerful attack. But the sorcerer knocks him far back with a blast. Then behind him, we spot Astra standing there calmly. She says, just as expected, the enemy is a sorcerer. The power I've gathered so far isn't enough. But if I push myself beyond my limits and unleash everything I've got, I should be able to handle someone on his level. She starts charging her power. Meanwhile, the sorcerer prepares another attack. He launches it. It narrowly misses Ingrid. But it was close, way too close. It could have wiped him out completely. Ingrid thinks, I can't see him or sense him. He's tricking me, but I can still feel his intent to kill. The sorcerer is surprised, asking, how do you dodge that? The sorcerer attacks Ingrid head-on. Ingrid starts to sense the killing intent behind each strike and dodges accordingly. He recalls, when I asked Reem how to fight sorcerers, he told me it's actually pretty simple. Jackson said I should strike when their attention is elsewhere. Odin said I had to get in close. But Ragnar was super pessimistic. He just said, if you survive, consider that a win. Suddenly, Ingrid leaps toward the sorcerer, aiming for the magical barrier surrounding him. He thinks, those spirits floating around him, they're acting like a shield. If I can't pierce through that barrier, I'll smash it with brute force. Ingrid strikes down with his sword. The sorcerer shouts, you'll never break through. He fires off a blast that hits Ingrid's clothes. Fortunately, Astra had reinforced his clothes with magic beforehand. Astra smirks, my man just won. No doubt about it. The sorcerer is stunned. His magic barrier shatters. My barrier, broken. Ingrid goes in for the final strike. He literally cuts the sorcerer clean in half, straight through the middle. The sorcerer collapses, lifeless, split into two. After the fight, Ingrid looks at his sword and says, thankfully, only the blade broke. That strike could have torn my body to pieces. Why wasn't I hurt at all? This armor, is it really that good? He touches the enchanted armor. Then he glances toward the woman with the ring, the shoemaker's wife. He thinks, even her faint breathing has stopped. I've fully mastered my sixth sense and took down a sorcerer with a single blow. I'm not happy about this. Not at all. Then he walks away in silence. Astra appears again. What a stupid sorcerer. He lost because he didn't properly use the thing he created with his dying breath. She reveals that creature was meant to boost his physical strength. But now that I've completed the final formula, it'll awaken. I'm taking it with me. Meanwhile, Ingrid stands before his secret commander. She tells him, there's a sorcerer's cave under that shoe store. They kidnapped civilians and experimented on them inside the city. If this leaks out, it'll cause chaos. Ingrid replies, we should bury this whole thing, just as it is. She argues, why? What's your name, anyway? You're going to bury your own achievement. He answers, protecting the citizens is my top priority. And I've got something else on my mind, too. We see the soldiers beginning to collapse the cave. Meanwhile, people in the area ask, what's going on at that store? We heard soldiers sealed off a tunnel, dug by thieves. The shoemaker turns to Ingrid and says, I'm stunned. So it wasn't monsters, it was the Thieves Guild messing with my shop. Here, take this. It's a small token of my appreciation. I noticed your shoes are totally worn out. One of my fears is gone now. I hope you'll bring my wife back. I know it's embarrassing, but please, I'm begging you, sir, find her. Ingrid smiles and says, I'll do everything I can. Later, Ingrid climbs a hill and thinks, was giving hope to someone unaware of the truth really the right choice? Would it have been better for him to know the reality and suffer? If I were a true knight, could I have prevented all of this from happening in the first place? Right now, I don't know. But I only have one option, to try. Later, we see Reem and Ingrid standing together, facing down monsters with their full squads, cutting through them in combat. The unit commander shouts, hold your formation, stay in position. Ingrid says, right after we defeated the sorcerer, Reem and I were immediately sent on another mission. A mission to suppress monsters. But to be honest, it doesn't feel like we're getting any stronger. This is what a standard mission is like, I guess. Maybe I should have accepted a solo mission instead. Reem chimes in. You're feeling frustrated? Huh, Captain? Let me help you out now. Reem tosses his coat aside and charges at the monsters with twin blades. One of the soldiers yells, What's with that lunatic? Not again. Reem charged in, slashing through the monsters without hesitation. One of the soldiers called out to Ingrid, Hey, spell breaker. Keep an eye on that lunatic. He's lost it. What the heck is wrong with that guy? Ingrid rushed over and asked another soldier, What's going on? Don't tell me the squad leader caught the madness too. Without waiting for a reply, Ingrid threw himself into the fray, diving straight into the pack of monsters. He started slashing through them without mercy. Reem called out, Let's be real. We're the ones acting wild because of the squad leader's crazy energy. Ingrid replied, You're the last person who should say that, you maniac. Reem grinned, Me? A maniac? Yeah, I'll take that. The two of them fought in sync. One slashed from the left, the other from the right, perfect coordination. Other soldiers watched in disbelief. These two, they're complete maniacs. But I'll admit, they fight so well I've got nothing else to say. Another soldier joked, If you're this pumped up, why not head to the scouting squad? Ingrid asked, Wait, they got a really strong monster over there. The soldier replied, Yeah, they went to deal with a whole flock of monsters. We cut to the scouting squad. They were locked in combat with strange-looking monsters. Some of the creatures even had wings. They were flying beasts. One of them grabbed a soldier and soared high into the sky, then dropped him from a deadly height. As they kept running, Reem muttered, Oof. That looked painful, totally shattered him. Ingrid recognized the enemy immediately. Harpies, huh? He continued narrating. A while back, I was part of a mercenary squad. We weren't together long, because the Harpies wiped us out. They were good people, kind to me. He drew his sword. No one dies under my watch again. I won't let that happen. Not ever again. He lunged at the first Harpy with full force. The beast let out a deafening shriek. The soldiers panicked, yelling as the sound echoed around them. Ingrid calmly said, The scream of a Harpy can mess with your head, but not worse than death. He sliced one of its wings off cleanly and dashed right through it like it was nothing. Reem laughed. Wow, Captain, you've got a real grudge against these things. Let's see who gets the most kills. What do you say, want to bet? Suddenly, one of the Harpies attacked Ingrid from behind. Ingrid dodged it and said to Reem, We didn't come here to have fun, Reem. Then he twisted around and struck down hard. One soldier commented, Reem's always been a skilled fighter. But now, teaming up with the Spellbreaker? That's just impressive. We see Reem and Ingrid fighting side by side again, cutting through the Harpies like they were nothing. Then Torres from the border guard watched and said, Ingrid's really improved. Another soldier asked, But shouldn't we be helping instead of just standing here? Torres replied, Honestly, looks like they don't need us. We just get in the way. Suddenly, a Harpy swooped down and knocked Ingrid's sword right out of his hand. My sword, Ingrid gasped. He pulled out one of his whistling daggers and hurled it, landing it straight into the Harpy's head. Another monster came charging in. Ingrid ran toward his fallen sword. Grabbing it just in time, he sliced off the Harpy's wings completely. The remaining Harpies panicked and started fleeing. The soldiers stared in shock. They scared off those monsters. These two aren't human. They are the monsters. Ingrid thought to himself, The Harpies that killed my mercenary squad and ran off, these aren't the same ones. But still, when that man told me I was weak, and my team died saving me, it really got under my skin. From now on, I'll protect them, no matter what. Torres asked, The Harpies ran off. Should we head back now? His lieutenant answered, We can't just return without doing anything. Let's go hunt that demon hound or something. One of the soldiers says, The support team was sent to help them escape, so now's your chance to strike. Our hero, Ram, looks over and asks, What do you think, Commander? Ingrid replies calmly, No, it's not time to head back yet. The border guards are shocked. This guy's actually insane. Next, we see our hero, Ingrid, in intense training. Some soldiers nearby whisper, I heard Ingrid save an entire unit during a brutal mission. I had a feeling he was different, but now I'm sure. Even someone that's strong still trains this hard. If he's pushing himself like that, then we should too. Later, Ingrid takes on a new mission. A soldier tells him, Didn't you just complete one yesterday? Ingrid replies, I'll finish this one fast and take another tonight. The soldier laughs. How many bodies do you have to pull that off? That night, we see Ingrid training again, alone in the darkness. One of the soldiers watches and says, "This guy doesn't take a single day off. I wonder, is living like that actually fun? Maybe I should try it myself." And so, the soldier begins to train too. Day by day, more and more soldiers join in. Eventually, almost everyone starts training at night. Then we see the secret commander walking through the base, thinking aloud, "The mood around here has changed lately." Her aide responds, "They say this curse breaker simulation has become the latest trend." She mutters to herself, "I can't let this go on any longer." She confronts Ingrid. "By the way, there was a major meeting about you. The decision came straight from top command. You're required to follow it. From this point on, you're being promoted 4th to 4th. You'll lead an independent unit under the 4th Division. As of now, you're the official commander of that unit." Ingrid replies, "But I only have 5 people under my command. How can we even call that a unit?" She assures him, "We'll give you as many members as you need." Ingrid thinks to himself, becoming a squad leader sounds great. But if we add more people, the current lunatics might just cause more problems. She tells him, "As a commander, you won't have regular duties anymore. That should free up some time for training, right?" Ingrid replies, "I'll handle the missions just as you assign them." The commander smiles, "Well, since I can't just let you go like that, how about a duel, commander of the independent squad? Use any weapon you like." Ingrid thinks, "Last time I lost a match against my secret commander. But since then, I've learned Odin's hand-to-hand combat techniques, fighting to the death. This time, I'll get results." He throws down his sword and says, "All right, I'm in." Ingrid adds, "Time to see the outcome of all my training so far." He gets into position. He recalls Odin's words. Hand-to-hand combat is about close-range strikes, not complexity. Speed is what matters most. The commander charges at Ingrid and punches him in the stomach. But Ingrid blocks the hit with perfect timing. Then he says, "Even more important is how you use your body's weight." By shifting his weight, he slams the commander to the ground. Ingrid grins, "Looks like I won." She smirks, "Is that true? Humans really are full of surprises." Ingrid, stunned, says, "Oh no, she's doing it again. I knew it." She wraps her legs around his back and flips him over in an instant. She says, "You find the enemy's weaknesses and use your strengths to win. You did great, fiancé. Keep getting stronger." Ingrid yells, "Fiancé? Who's fiancé? Get off me already, please." They both get up. The commander says softly, "I'm sorry. I couldn't stop it." Ingrid mutters, "Couldn't stop what exactly? What is she even talking about?" Ingrid narrates, "Now that the weather's warmed up, the battlefield returns to life just like before. A full-scale war. Aspen's movements shifted to make up for the defeat in the last battle. And of course, Norlia's army began preparing seriously as well. That sparked some major changes. We hear someone announce, the newly appointed battalion leader, Marcus." Chris comments, "Looks like they're dead serious this time. Marcus, the war fanatic, is here. One of the top officers under Cybros. He's a seasoned strategist, totally different from the last commander. His leadership skills are on another level." We see Marcus thinking to himself, "Aspen's not exactly a worthy opponent. Aside from their heavy armor unit and the border guards, the rest of their army is just a bunch of amateurs." The only thing that really caught my eye was that independent unit. Their leader, they call him the Curse Breaker. In the last battle, he showed up out of nowhere and kept racking up unexpected victories. That's no ordinary path. Is it just luck or real skill? Prove yourself. Show me what you're made of. After that, we see Ram saying there's a recon mission near the Ben Hill River. It's a direct order from the battalion commander. Ingrid responds himself, saying, "So that's what the platoon leader ordered?" Chris adds, "But that location." Henri then mentions a place called Hassan Aspen. It's close to Crossguard, a military outpost built to protect the borders. We also learn that Henri is a fresh recruit assigned to our hero Ingrid's unit or his independent squad. Henri continues, explaining that the timing of this mission makes it more like an intelligence operation. Reem pleads, "Commander, don't go. I can't do this without you." But Ingrid replies firmly, "I can't disobey a direct order from the battalion commander." Reem says, "Then I'm coming with you." Andrew steps in, announcing, "The commander's orders clearly state that all squad members, except the leader, must remain under the command of the new branch leader. So everyone needs to follow my lead," he says, and with him is his assistant, Mosh. But right after Andrew finishes speaking, Reem jumps in immediately. He starts licking his axe. Yes, licking it. Then he says, I see a locust among our ranks. Andrew, a bit shaken, says nervously, I, I now lead this new team. Soldiers, follow my orders. Reem responds, I can feel your fear from all the way over here, brother. Rajna chimes in, shocked. Is this kid really our team leader? Andrew boldly replies, if you got a problem with it, come challenge me directly. I volunteer to go to hell and back just to stay under Commander Ingrid's leadership. I'm not leaving this unit for anything. Reem smirks, a wild locust too, huh? Odie adds, let me break him down bit by bit. Jackson says, would it be enough to just cut off one finger? Ingrid steps in, no, don't eat him alive. Be nice. Rajna then says, focus on our duel instead. Mac pleads, Commander, please stop them, Ingrid. But Ingrid responds calmly, look at them. They're sinking well. If they challenge you to a duel, it means they see you in a positive light. Mac presses, wait, is this really a duel or an attempt to kill him? Why won't you answer me? Then we see Andrew saying, come at me. I'm Andrew from the Gardner family. I'm not afraid of confrontation. Mac yells, stop provoking them, sir. You're putting yourself in real danger. Henri jumps in again. Do you know anything about the terrain near the Ben Hill River? It's full of dangers. Maybe I can help with some info before tomorrow's mission. Ingrid replies, tell me everything you know. Later that night, we see our hero, Ingrid, walking alone. He's approached by Torres, who asks, so, you're the one coming with me on this mission? Torres adds, I see you around a lot. Is that just coincidence? And now you've even made it to independent squad leader. Congrats, we're of equal rank now. Ingrid replies, we can't really compare. You're a border guard. Torres brushes it off. Don't worry about superficial stuff like that. He says, relax. By the way, how old are you? Ingrid answers, about 30. Torres is surprised. With a face like that? You're older than me. He mumbles, wait, am I the only one here who's actually aging? Ingrid smiles. Since you said I should relax, I'll speak casually. What are the mission details, Torres? Torres says, first, we'll cross the Ben Hill River. Then we'll meet up with the rest of the team, and I'll explain everything. It's clear they haven't even reached the river yet. So, their only option now is to wait and rest. Ingrid agrees and draws his sword. He starts swinging it. Torres tells him, I said rest, kid. Ingrid responds, this is how I relax. Torres thinks to himself, this guy's so disciplined, trains hard, and people actually respect his skill. Plus, he's good-looking and somehow stays youthful. What's up with that? How's he have all of this? I swear my jealous eyes are acting up. But Ingrid senses a murderous vibe coming from Torres. Torres is confused. Wait, what's with that intense look in his eyes? Then he says, you remember our duels? You only beat me 14 out of 20 times. You can't outmatch me in real combat. Ingrid says, that's ancient history, Torres. Torres smirks. You weren't the only one improving, you know. Ingrid smiles back. I'd actually love to spar with you again. Both of them start preparing. And then, they jump into a fierce battle. Their swords clash. Again and again. Torres feels the power in Ingrid's stance. He mutters, what the? I sensed this same power when he fought the Herbie. This guy's not just strong. He's on another level. Torres manages to block Ingrid's sword, then goes in for a punch. Ingrid reacts, a punch. No, something else. He dodges just in time. But Torres pulls something out of his hand, like an assassin's dagger. Ingrid looks at him and says, how did that dagger just pop out of your bare hand like that? Torres responds, I have no idea. It's the assassin's blade. Stealth is its secret. Ingrid grins darkly. You're scared for no reason, aren't you? Torres replies, wait, are you calling me a coward? With a devilish laugh, Ingrid says, that little blade of yours is really cool. Teach me how to use it. Torres chuckles. You're crazy, man. Crazy about learning and definitely crazy about fighting. Okay, start by using something flat. Move your wrist like a fish swimming. Watch carefully. Ingrid, still messing around, says, you're wild, Torres. Give me a break, man. Just then, the boatman arrives and asks, hey, are you guys the ones crossing the river? They cross the river, and even while walking, Ingrid keeps practicing the assassin's move. He mutters, we were supposed to meet the recon team here. Where's the rendezvous point? Torres replies, hold on. Let's freshen up first. No need to meet them looking like we rolled through dirt. They wash up, get dressed, and moments later, a woman approaches. She's the leader of the recon team. She greets, "Are you Mr. Ingrid? It's an honor." Then she says, "Before I brief you on the mission, let me update you on the situation. Our agent inside Crossguard, codenamed the Cat, was supposed to pass us intel 4 days ago, but he never showed up at the meeting point. We haven't heard from him since." Ingrid asks, "Is he in danger?" She replies, "That's what we need to find out. We're going to sneak into Crossguard and rescue the Cat." The back gate of Crossguard leads into the Beastlands, a wild zone full of monsters and enchanted creatures. It's considered a natural barrier, so they barely patrol it. We have 3 safe infiltration options. 1. The Rat Tunnel. It's a hidden underground path used for black market trade. The guards know about it, but they turn a blind eye. 2. Climb the walls at night. Risky, physically demanding, but safer. 3. Disguise ourselves as traders and sneak in through the front gate. It's the most dangerous option, but the most comfortable. My squad will wait at the rendezvous. Since the Cat is late, it'll just be the 3 of us going in for now. All 3 methods are equally risky. So, which one do you prefer? Ingrid thinks to himself. She's making it sound easy, but I know it won't be. Torres says, "You seem to understand the situation better than us. Why don't you decide?" She replies, "All right then. We'll move out tomorrow morning. Our infiltration route, the Rat Tunnel." Night falls. We see Ingrid still practicing Torres's blade technique. Torres watches him and asks, "How did you even learn swordsmanship? You've got talent." "Ah, well, you'll get it eventually. Just keep practicing." Then Finn appears and says, "Oh, now I get why you skipped dinner. You're doing sleight of hand tricks." Ingrid replies, "Just training." She hands him some food and says, "Eat while you work." One of our squad mates dreams of becoming a chef. His food's amazing. As they eat, she adds, "If you're going to keep training, why not move over there, under that flat yellow rock?" Ingrid reacts, "There are snakes over there." Finn raises an eyebrow. "Wait, how do you know that?" Ingrid explains, "One of our squad members is a hunter. He taught me how to spot signs." Finn smiles, "You really impress me." "I mean it. You're super cool. Want to train with me sometime, like for real?" They lock eyes. Ingrid looks puzzled, unsure how to respond. He glances again, clearly confused by her sudden vibe. Finn chuckles, "Relax. I was flirting with you. You caught that, right? Anyway, what do you think? I mean, I am kind of pretty and honestly super nice too." Then Torres suddenly jumps in. "Hey, can you guys at least wait to do that kind of stuff until I'm around?" Ingrid shakes his head, clearly rejecting what she just said. Finn smiles and teases, "So, you're really pledging to the leader of the elf secret unit, huh?" Torres sighs, "Oh, I guess that's true now." Ingrid interrupts, "Wait, since when did that become a confirmed fact to you guys?" Finn points out, "You talk to that guy Torres so casually. You better speak to me the same way too, Ingrid." He responds, "If you're okay with that, Mouse." Finn grins, "We head across guard tomorrow, so get some sleep early. You'll need to rest." That night, as Ingrid sleeps, he catches a brief glimpse of the same boatman, the one he always sees when he dies. He wakes up suddenly, saying, "It's been a while since I saw him. There must be something he wants to tell me." Then, Ingrid recalls what the elf secret unit leader once told him, how she was sorry and couldn't stop what had happened. He mutters, "This mission, it's like a giant wall standing in front of me. I need to get past it, but how?" Next morning, we see them arrive at the entrance to the Rat Tunnel. Torres says, "But wait, the sun's already up. Isn't sneaking in at night a better idea?" Finn scoffs, "Dummy. Even lazy guards wouldn't ignore a tunnel like this at night." Ingrid adds, "That's exactly why coming in boldly during the day might catch them off guard." Finn smirks, brilliant as expected. Handsome guys always think differently from the ugly ones. Torres looks confused. "Wait, why does it feel like I'm being bullied here? Guys? Anyone?" Finn steps into the tunnel first. Ingrid says, "Scouts like me are supposed to lead the way. We move first, quietly and light-footed. Silent steps. Maybe I can mimic how they move." But the moment they step deeper into the tunnel, enemy soldiers from Aspen suddenly appear, shouting, "Gotcha, you filthy rats." They charge at Finn, Torres, and Ingrid without warning. Finn realizes it's an ambush. Fall back now. But the Aspen squad leader cuts her off. There's no escape. Kill them now. More enemies surround them from behind. He orders, "Wipe them out completely." Finn yells, "Prepare for battle." Crossbow troops fire from a distance. Finn takes a hit, but fights back and kills a few enemies. Torres also gets a few good strikes in. Ingrid observes them, thinking Torres and Finn are strong, but they're not built to fight a swarm of enemies. They can't unleash their full power like this. One of the crossbowmen fires a shot straight into Finn's head. Torres gets stabbed right in the back with a spear. Now Ingrid is completely surrounded, spears and crossbows pointing straight at him. He mutters, "Yeah, this really is a massive wall. But I'm not going down that easy." He pulls out his small throwing knives and hurls them at the archers, taking out a few. Then charges forward, cutting down the rest. The Aspen squad leader shouts, "Surround him now." One soldier punches Ingrid hard in the gut, knocking him down. Then they start stabbing him, again and again, with spears. From the left, from the right, over and over, until his body is nearly torn apart from the brutal assault. So now the question is, what happens next to our hero Ingrid? Can he overcome the massive wall he swore he'd climb? And that's the end of part 13. But trust me, this is just the calm before the storm. If you're ready for the next insane chapter, smash that like button, drop your wildest predictions in the comments, and stay locked in. Because part 14 is going to be next level. Stay legendary, and I'll see you there.